Have you ever gotten the feeling that words are, well, playing tricks on you? Today, we're diving deep into one of the cleverest illusions in the English language. We are going on a mission to unmask a group of grammatical imposters that are hiding in plain sight, probably in sentences you use every single day. So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off with a little mystery, introduce our main suspects, learn their sneaky methods, and then put it all to the test by analyzing a key piece of evidence. And by the end of this, you're going to have a brand new grammar superpower. All right, let's get into it. Every good mystery starts with a single clue. And our clue today is a sentence that looks totally normal on the surface, but believe me, it is hiding a fantastic secret.
We've all heard this one, right? Super simple, sounds profound. And it looks like it's got two really obvious verbs, see and believe. I mean, they're action words. So that's it. Case closed. Or is it?
This right here is the heart of the whole mystery. Just think about it for a second. What's the actual main action of that sentence? It's the word is. So what in the world are to see and to believe doing there? They look like verbs, they feel like verbs, but they're acting like imposters.
Okay, it is time to pull the mask off these grammatical shapeshifters. They have a special name, and once you know what it is, I promise you are going to start seeing them absolutely everywhere, doing all sorts of secret jobs in our sentences.
So here's the big idea. A verbal is basically a word that's got verb DNA. It's formed from a verb, it looks like a verb, but it's gone undercover. It's moonlighting as a completely different part of speech.
That is the perfect way to think about them. They are verbs in disguise, sent on a secret mission inside the sentence to do a job that verbs just don't normally do.
All right, so to really become a master detective at spotting these verbals, you've got to know the difference between a regular working verb and one of our undercover agents. This is basically the key to cracking the whole code.
Okay, now look at this comparison, because this is where it all clicks. On the left, you have a finite verb. It's the main engine of the sentence. The girl is laughing. That tells you exactly who is doing what and when. It's locked into a subject and a tense. But now look at the right. Our verbal is playing a totally different game. In laughing is good for you, the word laughing isn't the main action. It's the subject of the sentence. It's acting like a noun. And that right there is our verbal in action.
So these verbals, these non-finite verbs, they are true masters of disguise. They can take on three main roles in a sentence. Let's meet the usual suspects and see the kind of jobs they pull off.
First up, we've got the nominal. This is basically when the verbal puts on its best noun costume. It can be the subject that's doing the action, or it can be the object that's receiving the action.
This is a fantastic example. Ask yourself, what was a compliment? Well, the whole chunk, calling Josephine an artist. That entire phrase is acting as the subject of the verb was, a job that's usually reserved for a noun. That is a nominal verbal doing its thing.
Next up, the adjectival. Now this verbal's mission is to describe something or someone. It modifies a noun to give us more information, just like a regular old adjective like red or tall would do.
This illustrates it perfectly. What kind of day is it? It's a day to remember. See that? The phrase to remember is describing the noun day. That is a classic job for an adjective.
And our final disguise is the adverbial. In this role, the verbal modifies the main verb of the sentence. It helps answer questions like why something was done, or how or when it happened.
Let's just break this one down real quick. Why did they struggle? The answer is to survive. That verbal phrase explains the entire purpose of the main verb, struggled, and that's exactly what an adverb does.
Okay, we've learned the theory, we've met the suspects, now it's time to put on our detective hats and analyze a real piece of evidence. Let's see this stuff in action.
A bit of a dramatic sentence, I know. Our job here is to focus on that first phrase, coming home. That is our suspected verbal. Now we have to figure out, what disguise is it wearing? What's its real job in this sentence?
Just take a second and think about it. Is coming home describing the dog? No. Is it describing me? Not really. Or does it tell us something about the main action, the verb found?
Yes, exactly. It's setting the scene. When did I find the dog? As I was coming home. That phrase gives us the time, the context for the main action of the entire sentence. And that's the final piece of the puzzle. We know that words and phrases that tell us when, where, or why are doing the job of an adverb.
So, our phrase coming home has to be a verbal wearing its adverbial disguise.
And just like that, you've done it. You've correctly identified the verbal imposter, and you've unmasked its true function inside the sentence. Case closed.
So you might be wondering, why does any of this really matter? Well, understanding verbals isn't just some neat grammar trick. It gives you a new way to see the hidden architecture of language. It can actually make your own writing way more dynamic. For instance, instead of two choppy sentences like, she went to the park, she wanted to read, you can use a verbal and say, she went to the park to read. See? It's smoother. It's more sophisticated. That's the power you have now.
So, here's my challenge to you. These secret agents are everywhere. I'm talking books, news articles, work emails, you name it. Now that you know their secret, start looking for them. You are going to be amazed at how spotting these little imposters makes the entire English language feel that much more interesting.